На, я ебу.
According to usually well-informed channel Dossier Sviona, 8 Ukrainian drones struck the Murom plant in the yesterday's strike. The strike caused a warehouse with finished products to burn down, likely gunpowder caps, destroyed an admin building, and hit a synthesis workshop for explosives. 4 drones fell on the site with no significant damage, but the plant's electronic warfare systems were proven ineffective. Units of the 28th Mechanized Brigade and supporting units crushed a combined Russian assault near Toretsk, destroying lots of Russian equipment, including quad bikes and assault personnel. Russian forces have suffered significant losses in the ongoing battle for Toretsk, a strategic city in Donetsk Oblast. Ukrainian military reports indicate that, as of mid-July 2024, Russian casualties in the Toretsk sector amounted to approximately 635 personnel killed, 855 wounded, and 12 taken prisoner over a single week. In November, Ukrainian officials reported that Russia was losing around 100 soldiers daily in the area, accounting for about 5% of their total losses across the front. A notable incident occurred on March 21, 2025, when Ukraine's Air Force struck a concentration of Russian troops in Toretsk, reportedly completely destroying their position. Evening in Kupiansk. Russians are dropping guided aerial bombs.
На, я ебу. Бля, все туди.
Military rehearsals for May 9th parades are underway in Moscow and other Russian cities. Columns of military vehicles and drones are being moved. These are legitimate targets for Ukrainian long-range capabilities. Russian authorities are increasingly concerned about potential Ukrainian attacks on the upcoming May 9th Victory Day parade in Moscow. President Vladimir Putin has announced a 3-day ceasefire from May 8th to 10th, which critics view as an attempt to safeguard the parade rather than a genuine step toward peace. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has warned that Ukraine may target the event, emphasizing that Moscow should be worried about holding the parade. In response to these threats, Russian authorities have canceled parades in several regions, including Kursk, Belgorod, Bryansk, and Lipetsk, citing fears of drone strikes. Despite these concerns, the Kremlin insists that the Moscow parade will proceed as planned, with heightened security measures in place. A Russian propagandist declared that Russia must always be ready to strike with the Oreshnik.
На мой взгляд, экспертный. Если вдруг киевский режим реально попробует совершить такой масштабный террористический акт, должно незамедлительно последовать возмездие. И у нас должны быть развернуты в готовности к немедленному пуску по команде Верховного Главнокомандующего несколько ракетных комплексов «Орешник» с разделяющимися боевыми частями в обычном оснащении, для того, чтобы парировать любые угрозы, если вдруг они будут материализованы.
Trump's first 100 days back in office haven't gone down well in Ukraine. Just 7.4% of Ukrainians say they trust him now, a huge drop from nearly 45% last November. Almost 90% say they don't trust him, frustrated with how he's handling the war and his reluctance to offer real security guarantees. M1A1 Abrams tanks promised to Ukraine as part of Australia's $245 million aid package have not yet left the country, ABC reports. Delays are due to the Trump administration halting military aid approvals. Australia still plans to deliver 59 tanks. At this year's Paris Air Show in Le Bourget, French company Turgis Gaillard will present Foudre, its new multiple launch rocket system designed to compete with the US-made HIMARS. The French media outlet Challenges reported the news. The international exhibition, running from June 16th to 22nd, will mark the debut of the Foudre prototype. Developers describe it as a 100% French-made system that falls into the same category as the widely used American HIMARS. Challenges published the first photos of the missile launcher, which had been developed in complete secrecy over a 2-year period. Like HIMARS, the Foudry is mounted on a 3-axle truck chassis and features an armored cab and a launcher for a single 6-missile pod. The system's launcher and container design suggest compatibility with existing U.S. munitions, casting doubt on the claim of full domestic production, but offering interoperability with France's current stock of LRU munitions. If integrated with American munitions, the system could fire GMLRS rockets with a range of up to 80 kilometers, or strike targets 300 to 500 kilometers away with ATACMS or PRSM ballistic missiles. However, such integration would require cooperation with Lockheed Martin, which has not been confirmed. According to Challenges, Foudry was presented to officials from the French Army Command and the General Directorate for Armament several months ago. The system was also mentioned in an April parliamentary report on artillery, authored by MPs Jean-Louis Thierrot and Mathieu Bloch, which considered it a potential replacement for the French Army's aging LRU systems, a local variant of the USM-270 tracked rocket launcher, set to be retired by the end of 2027. The last LRU systems were delivered to the French military in the 1990s. After transferring 4 units to Ukraine and utilizing others for spare parts, France now has only 6 to 7 operational systems remaining. 3 of these are deployed at the Cincu base in Romania as part of NATO's mission to reinforce its eastern flank. The administration of U.S. President Donald Trump approved the first arms export to Ukraine worth $50 million through direct commercial sales. The Kyiv Post reported on this, citing sources in diplomatic circles. A notification regarding the green light for defense products exports to Ukraine was sent to Congress on Wednesday. The supplies will be delivered through the Direct Commercial Sale Program, which involves contracts between foreign entities and U.S. companies that have received a license to export defense-related goods and services. This authorization is the first of its kind since Trump returned to the White House. The publication notes that between 2015 and 2023, the United States quietly permitted the continuous export of defense products and services to Ukraine, totaling more than $1.6 billion through the defense contracting services. All DCS transactions are conducted quietly. They are not publicly announced like foreign military sales, Colby Badwar, a security analyst at the research group Toshnai, shared. He added that the news here is that the sale of American weapons continues, despite all predictions that Trump would completely halt such supplies to Ukraine. The notification regarding the license for the sale of $50 million or more, first reported by the Kyiv Post, was submitted to Congress under the Arms Export Control Act, a law that authorizes U.S. presidents to regulate the import and export of defense-related goods and services. It is noted that the proposed sale covers the export of defense products, including technical data and defense services to Ukraine.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.